Our beautiful Earth, a blue oasis in the vastness of space, faces a growing threat: plastic pollution. This problem has been escalating for decades, and now, it has reached a critical point where immediate action is necessary. We produce mountains of plastic every year. From single-use items like straws and bags to larger products, plastic has become an integral part of our daily lives. Unfortunately, the convenience it offers comes at a significant environmental cost. Much of it ends up polluting our land and oceans. Rivers carry plastic waste from deep inland to the sea, where it accumulates in massive floating garbage patches. Beaches, once pristine, are now littered with plastic debris, affecting both marine life and coastal communities. Plastic doesn't just disappear, it breaks down into smaller and smaller pieces, called microplastics. These tiny fragments are now found everywhere, from the deepest ocean trenches to the highest mountain peaks, infiltrating ecosystems and posing a threat to all forms of life. These microplastics infiltrate our food chain, harming wildlife and potentially even us. Fish and birds mistake plastic for food, leading to fatal consequences. When we consume seafood, we might also be ingesting these harmful particles, raising concerns about human health. The problem is immense, a crisis of our own making. Landfills are overflowing and natural landscapes are being marred by plastic waste. The sheer scale of the issue can feel overwhelming, but acknowledging the problem is the first step towards finding a solution. But, as with many challenges in nature, a potential solution has emerged from an unexpected source. Scientists have discovered that certain types of worms can actually digest plastic, breaking it down into less harmful substances. This discovery offers a glimmer of hope in our fight against plastic pollution, showing that nature itself might hold the key to solving one of our most pressing environmental issues. Deep within the earth, in the dark and moist soil, a humble creature may hold the key to combating our plastic problem: the plastic-eating worm. These worms have an incredible ability to consume and break down plastic materials, offering a glimmer of hope in our fight against plastic pollution. These aren't your garden-variety earthworms. Unlike the common earthworms we see in our gardens, these special worms have evolved to digest plastic. These extraordinary creatures have developed a taste for plastic. They can break down the complex polymers found in plastic, turning them into simpler, harmless substances. Scientists have discovered several types of worms with this ability. Through extensive research and experimentation, they have identified specific enzymes in the worms' digestive systems that allow them to process plastic. These worms, often found in landfills and compost heaps, are thriving in environments filled with plastic waste. They are naturally drawn to these areas where they can find an abundant food source, showing us that nature might have a way of cleaning up our mess. By harnessing the power of these plastic-eating worms, we could potentially reduce the amount of plastic waste in our environment, paving the way for a cleaner, more sustainable future. How can a simple worm digest something as durable as plastic? The answer lies in their gut bacteria. These bacteria produce enzymes capable of breaking down the complex chemical bonds in plastic. This process transforms the plastic into organic matter. This is a remarkable feat, turning a pollutant into something that can be safely reabsorbed into the environment. Section 4. Promising discoveries. Hope for the future. Recent research has shed light on the remarkable abilities of these worms. Studies have shown that certain species can consume significant amounts of plastic. These findings are incredibly exciting. They suggest that plastic-eating worms could potentially be used to process plastic waste on a larger scale. Section 5. A world without plastic waste. Can worms make it possible? Imagine a future where mountains of plastic waste are a thing of the past. Picture a world where the vast landfills and the floating islands of plastic in our oceans are no longer a threat to our environment. This might sound like a distant dream, but it could become a reality sooner than we think. Plastic-eating worms could be the key to achieving this vision. These remarkable creatures have shown the ability to break down certain types of plastic, turning them into harmless substances. This discovery has opened up new avenues in the fight against plastic pollution. While there's still much research to be done, the potential is enormous. Scientists are working tirelessly to understand the mechanisms behind this process and to determine how it can be scaled up for real-world applications. The goal is to create a sustainable and efficient method to manage plastic waste. These humble creatures offer a glimmer of hope in the fight against plastic pollution. By studying their behavior and optimizing the conditions for plastic degradation, we can harness their natural abilities to tackle one of the most pressing environmental issues of our time. By harnessing the power of nature, we might just be able to clean up our planet and ensure a brighter future. Imagine beaches free of plastic debris, oceans teeming with life, and communities thriving in a cleaner, healthier environment. The journey to a plastic-free world is challenging, but with innovative solutions like plastic-eating worms, it is within our reach.